could not feel any water anymore. I could not feel this woman. I could hear her praying, but all I'm hearing is myself, my body. Emakhosini bogogo nabomkhulu ngiyanamukela ku channel yami usahleli nesalukazi Ntombi Endala ugogo Patricia. So today ngizokhuluma nomuntu othi gogo mina ngisaba amanzi, right? Amanzi yenye into enkulu that I personally ngigo through yona. Mina ngikhule ngumuntu osaba amanzi ngendlela eyisimanga, like bengwasaba into okudlala. And ifear yami noma iphobia yami yavela ekutheni growing up ngimncane ngangiswima sasiyabo majake esinawane jake emletsane sports complex siyoswima siyobhukuda. Things were fine. Ngibe ingane ebehamba imifula siyodlala emufulweni sokhipha ama crabs siwavule sikhipha imali. I had no problem with that. The problem started mase ngicala manje ngiba namaphupho ngamanzi. So mangicala ngiba namaphupho namanzi, I had started experiencing ama nightmare. Not even angazi ngezulu isicindezeli kaSotho kisahateli, right? And ngawasaba ngendlela eyisimanga amanzi, because I would have this dream amanzi angigijimisa. I would have these dreams manga phakathi kwamanzi kolwandle bese amanzi kube ngathi I'm drowning, then I would be fighting ukuthi ngifuna ukuphuma, and I can't move now, lento le ingibambile, you know. And luckily enough, at the time I did not understand what was going on, because if I understood, imagine having to go to Hasangimngane, right? But anyways, there was not yet time. Then it happens one day at primary, they took us to like a school vacation. Sasia Eharte baseball dam. And I remember there were slides. And on those slides, ngangisaba, right? So ngaswima ngiloko ngibambezele emasayidini ukuthi islide singangipush kakhulu. Then this one other guy, he's late. Sasingena naye primary kama lakhe uMalaji. He was a naughty child nje. So he came speeding, weze emva kwami wangishayisa. Shukuthi masiyolenda emanzini yena ngalenda yena walenda phezu kwami. Now the phobia came. The phobia came. And all I remember was me waking up, you know, emergency rooms, and everybody apparently, they were taken out of the water. They were told no one is going to the water anymore. They were all going home. Unfortunately, so from there and there, that confirmed I mean, me and water, we're not like this. So I made a conscious decision that I will never go emanzini. I would never go swimmer. Mangibona amanzi nje bekubana le yanto evukayo ngithuke nje ngibe novalo ungishayela ungithi qi. So then came a time whereby, okay, child, you are spiritually gifted. Ugogo wafika what you need to go emanzini, ungele emanzini. Believe you me, I was so scared. All I saw was my funeral, ilanga lam lokungcwatshwa. Mind you, first time I went to the waters, I went esizibenes nempopoma, right? And impopoma yakhona, it's not just impopoma like, you know, yelitsheli ngaka. Impopoma khona amanzi akhona asuka le phezulu entabeni azangepower. And I remember me stepping into lawo manzi ngifake inyawo kuqala. Yey. Ngathuka to the point of I had to go to the middle, kunomthandazeli ume in the middle. Then wakhulekela amanzi wangithela. And I remember lelo langa I volunteered ukuthi ngifuna ukuba number 1. And before singene emanzini, we first phahlat, we prayed, then we were singing, like preparing the waters. We're singing, having fun. And I remember standing in front of the line. I'm not a singing person, I can't sing, but that day I sang, I was leading because I was trying to and I remember Baba, before we went to the waters, while we were still sitting ebjanini, he came, he came and he was like, wena fanele ungene namhlanje emanzini bakulindile abantu bakho. And I looked at him, I was like, okay. And masiyophahla, I remember ebushweni lami ugogo makangibonisa amanzi kwaza izinja ezu-3, because mina my ancestors sometimes they show themselves ngezinja, right? That's a topic for another day. Now as we were phahling, kwasa izinja ezu-3 out of nowhere entabeni, zayehla entabeni zaze zafika zama zangibheka zathi ngithu ke ngoba epushweni yes izinja angisabi, but in real life ngiyasaba, nginephobia ngezinja. Uvalo ngangithuke ngithi yozi ngangilumile ezinja, oh Jehova. Zangibheka masiceda zabuyele emuva zahamba. And that was confirmation ukuthi they are showing me ukuthi we are here. The same thing you saw in your dream, it's happening now. So lo bhuti lo in the middle of the water ukhulekela amanzi, then wawathatha wang splash wangithela. Yey! Kwakungathi kuvuke enye into ngaphakathi kimina. Hey ngathi kuvuka amafufunyane. Hey. Because I wanted to go before, because my issue with going before, I knew I had phobia. So if omunye umuntu uzoya phambi kwami emanzini uyongithusa, yabo, I did not know what to expect. So I wanted everything enzakala lapho to be my first experience. I didn't want to experience it ngokuthi ngiyibone yenzakala komunye umuntu bese after kuzongena mina. Ngabona kwaba nento ethi jika. Hayi ngithi ngiyajika lo bhuti wangibamba isandla. Wathi uyangena. I went ngangena ngafika. Makufanele ngifake ikhanda kulampopo. Hayi ngeza ukuthi umoya uyaphela sis. Ngezwa umoya uyaphela. Lwasiso olapha wangibamba wangifaka. Yey ngibona kahle ukuthi ngiyaphe, I'm dying. And I remember wathi kimi khuleka. I can't ngaphakathi kwamanzi. How can you say pray ngaphakathi kwamanzi? And I remember saying, girl, because she made me kneel down inside the water ngapha empopho, and I would stand and come out and dance like I wanted to run away. I don't know where she gets the strength, but on the day she got, the strength. I don't know where that lady got her own strength, and I remember saying, you know what, this is wafa. I'm here already. I fasted for the whole month. I was cleansing. I was doing all these things. I was praying, being full tongue, palas, and cut. So all those things cannot be in vain, and already you are inside of amanzi. And I don't think ukuthi abantu abadala they can bring me this far. God can also bring me this far. Ukuthi azongibulala. And I remember just letting go. Because umzimba benguqinisile. I let go. I started praying. Kodwa angikwazi ukukhuluma manje ngiyathandaza amanzi angena. Ngakhuleka, and kukhona umkhuleko la nawo mawukhuleka ubona ukuthi okay, now I'm in the moment. Now I'm in. I let go. And I was in the spirit to the point ukuthi I could not feel any water anymore. I could not feel this woman. I could hear her praying, but angisamuzwa. All I'm hearing is myself, my body. I was at peace. I was at harmony. And I started praying. And manje sengivula umlomo ngiyakhuluma ngiyathandaza. And amanzi angisawezwa, like ngathi I'm on dry land. I prayed, guys. I was like, I'm not going out. This is my moment. Sekhaya la. And it was such a blessing in my life, because after lapho ngezizwa ngikhuluma ngithandaza ngevoice yomunye ugogo engamazi. Yey, I can't now control myself. Ngiyamuzwa lo sisi uthi yebo gogo, khuleka gogo. Yey. Guys, it was so intense. And I want to speak to somebody, because now mina, I did not know that I'm a water child, right? So unfortunately my phobia came because I'm a water child. Ngingane yamanzi. That's why beba bengisaba amanzi. Mangibona amanzi bengibona ikhaya bengibona ukuthi bayangibiza. And it does not make sense to other people, but to those who understand, they would understand. For as long as ungakayi emanzini bayakufuna. That's why a lot of you mawuyingane amanzi ungakalandeli into zakho, it's not advisable ukudlalela emanzini olwandle, because ulwandle lingakuthatha, because they've been waiting for you, you know. And there was a story my mom once told me, bebadlala ezibeni, mabadlala ezibeni, which is the normal ziba they always play at as kids. Then this one time, uthi mabadlala ezibeni, they were busy swimming as kids. Then my mom says, kwaba nento embambi inyawo, like grabbed inyawo lakhe. And now she could feel lento lena embambile, and imdonsa, and she was going further and further, and those ones abambona bangani bakhe, they are busy swimming, she's busy screaming, help, help, abamuzwa. By the time she realized, bale yenule, and she was like, angeke, she fought, and she says, I started praying, then eventually she managed ukutaphume, you know. And by the time apparently abangani besibabona ukuthi nangumuntu uhamba namanzi ushona phansi, they all went out and they ran. So that's where ama story ukuthi probably kunengane ehambe ngamanzi, it's because kids are scared. Like no one will say, let me go swim ngiyomland, right? And probably if my mom wayehambe ngamanzi, bebazofika bathini emakhaya wabo ukuthi kenzakaleni. Probably I wouldn't even be here telling the story, because I wouldn't have been born, because my mom was still young at that time, because I said primary, you know. So uyingane yamanzi, and if you listen and follow itori, we understand that we've got parents who never followed spiritual journeys zabo. They never paid attention to abazange balandela ubizo lwabo. But when you listen to their stories, you can hear ukuthi no man lento lenga incelebeleni yabo, just that umaye na azange alandela into zakhe. And unfortunately ngisokhuluma ngalento ukuthi abazali bangalandeli ubizo lwabo, bese you get someone ukuthi now you had a choice, umama kho wabaleka, why when you didn't baleka. It's not the same, and it will never be the same, right? I'm not saying ukuthi ubizo lwami luze because of my mom did not follow her route. I was born already spiritually gifted, just that amaqala wayefanele alungiswe yibo, manje afanele alungiswe yim, nalawa befanele alungiswe yim. Now if they had done their own things balungisa, probably umthwalo noma indlela yayizobalula for mina, you understand. So if uthi wena umuntu osaba amanzi, ngane yamanzi vele uzowasaba amanzi ekhaya lakho, amanzi awuwena. But the minute you make that relationship with water, you will see now ngithanda amanzi like nobody's business, like child ngathi ngaba yifish nje ngihlala emanzini, and I'm happy with that, and I'm at peace with that, and that's where I find my answers, that's where I find my peace. If I feel ukuthi no imikhuleko yami ukuphahla kwami endlini ngathi shaya eceleni ngiyazela emanzini ngiyophahla emanzini, sometimes it does not mean ukuthi uke emanzini you literally necessarily have to get inside the water. You can literally phahla outside the water bese unikele ngemali emhlophe, then leave. You're going to communicate with your ancestors, you're going to communicate nabantu bakho bamanzi, because mina ngengane yamanzi sithunya sami samanzi, umndawo wami amanzi, abakhosi wami amakhosi wasemanzini, nginobukhosi basemanzini, you know. And water, if you understand the notion noma the amanzi awuphila, right? Imizimba yethu, it's made mostly out of amanzi. But too much of water, you would hear ukuthi amanzi angene enhlizweni, amanzi angene, you know, start ukuvuvuka. Too much of water can ingakubulala, right? So amanzi ayaphilisa, amanzi ayabulala. Without water singafa la emhlabeni. Baba ngathi there's a drought for like 5 years or 10 years, akunamanzi empompini, akunamanzi omalwandle, akunamanzi emfuleni ku dry, singafa sonke, right? So with water we can live. Also with too much water also we can die. Ngayenzeka ukuthi bathi ulwandle amanzi aphumile abhidliza izindlu sa drown sayenza. So a lot of things can happen. But all I'm saying is that know yourself, know who you are, and once you embrace that, then konke kuzokusebenzela. But anyways guys, ningakhohlwa ukukhomenta emakhosini lesedi khanya qama kundawo